Alright, now there was a lot of things that I wanted to talk about in this video. I'm like freaking out right now. I don't know why. I don't want to do this for some reason, but I know it's for the best. So let's just get into the video. Taking a break. Yes, and I did say there was a lot of things that I wanted to mention. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna list it from the least important at the beginning of the video and the most important at the end. And let's just get going. Now, the first thing I wanted to talk about was later in the future, me getting like just a little upgrade for my laptop, right? Not like upgrading it, but keeping it, right? Like completely getting a whole new laptop, right? The laptop I thought about was for a good price. You're getting a lot, right? The laptop I've thought about was the 2021 version of the Asus Tough Gaming A15 gaming laptop. That's what I thought about. I was looking around, and I mean, there's other laptops for like $3,000, and I'm just like, no, like you see this piggy bank? That doesn't have 3,000 in it. It's on sale for $6.99 right now, but the original price is $8.99. And one thing I'm a little confused about is that it says, like, the specs, like, when I watch the trailer, I say trailer, it's like a showcase of it, and people talk about the specs, and it says, like, 240 hertz screen, RTX 3070, it's something. It's an RTX in the laptop graphics card. AMD Ryzen 7 something X. But when I go to the Asus website, it tells me that it doesn't have those things, which is fine because I don't really want those things. It's really pushing it. Like right now, I'm like in a low range. Like imagine this, I'm in a low range and I'm just bumping everything up to a mid range, just mid-range stuff, just higher graphic quality. I'm not really sure. Just being able to handle more games with higher graphic settings, not having to like take everything and like just put it on the lowest settings, run multiple tasks in the background for my recording, stuff like that. It's just a need, really. And I thought about getting it on the following Christmas as well. Not this Christmas, but the next one. Because I mean, I've only had this laptop for like a year, and I want to give it a little more time before I upgrade. I don't just want to like get it and be like, nah, I'm gonna get another, just off the bat. YouTube has been going well, and if you guys have not seen the Geometry Dash video, that was really fun. I've fixed up the lag as much as I can, but I am going through probably one of the strangest things I have ever gone through in my entire life. When you watch the Geometry Dash video, you notice that the gameplay is in 30 FPS, but I recorded Geometry Dash in 60. I even checked the file, the capture file, literally in the captures folder, and I went to the properties and it says 59.94 FPS, basically 60. But when I put it into DaVinci Resolve for, all my editing stuff, it says that it's 29.94 or 97. I can't really remember, but I'm like, why did half of the frames just disappear? You know what I'm saying? Like I watch the capture footage back, I watch the playback, and it's 60. But then when I put it in DaVinci Resolve, it's 30, and I render it out, it's 30. I can literally show you, put it on screen right now. This is the difference of what's in DaVinci Resolve and what's in, what I recorded. It really doesn't make sense. I've thought about emailing Blackmagic Design because there's literally nothing wrong with the capture file. It's running in 60. DaVinci Resolve, I don't know what it's doing, but it's just getting rid of all the frames. This has actually already happened with a Crossy Road video. It did the exact same thing, and it's always been in a windowed game. Now, what's really annoying about Geometry Dash is that I use Xbox Game Bar to record all of my games, and for some reason, Geometry Dash, you can't run the game in full screen borderless, so Xbox Game Bar is just like, oh, your game properties, yeah, we can't record this, that. I'm like, I was so disappointed. But then when I figured out, oh, I can put it in windowed mode, I was like, yay, let's go, right? then the lag started, right? So then I tried to fix that up as best as I could, and it is looking better, but then I had the frame rate problem. It's like I can never get to a point where I'm fully comfortable with what I'm doing. There's always problem after problem, this after that. There's always something new that just appears. I don't understand what is going on. It's been really frustrating, and I do want to record more Geometry Dash, but if it's just going to be stuck in this 30 frame thing, then I don't know what to do. I thought maybe it has to do with my PC and how it runs with DaVinci Resolve, but I'm like, I don't understand. I just really don't. Because I record games, other windowed games that run in windowed mode and full screen, and it doesn't do the same thing. It doesn't do the same thing. It makes no sense how Xbox Game Bar, or really DaVinci Resolve, I don't know if this is the problem. I don't know who's at fault. I don't know who's the culprit for doing this weird just frame dropping for no reason when the file itself is running in a higher frame rate. It is the dumbest thing ever. It's only happened to 2 games, Geometry Dash and Crossy Road. Every other game, windowed full screen, it's been perfect with. Bendy, Ink Machine, 3 random games. I've never had this problem besides those 2 games. And I don't know what's different about them. They're always the same. They're windowed, just like every other game. But somehow it's just like half of the frames just disappear. I'm totally going to email Blackmagic Design if this has to do with DaVinci Resolve, because what's so funny is that all of my problems are so incredibly complex that it happens to nobody. Literally nobody. I try and search it up in every single possible way, and I'm like, why is DaVinci Resolve dropping frame rate? Or like, why is my frame rate changing when I put my video clips into DaVinci Resolve? Or literally just like every possible query that I could search up, every possible thing, and it always comes up with the same exact thing, just how to change your frame rate, not the frame rate changing on its own. Of course, because it happens to nobody. I don't know, dude. It's not really making sense. I don't understand what's going on. I'm planning for Baldi's Basics to come back, and I do think that the same thing happened, but I'm not really sure. I might have to test it out. But I'm gonna be doing another 3 random games soon, but I don't know, man. It's just, if this keeps happening with multiple games, and it's happened with games that I've been really wanting to play, like Geometry Dash. I already told you guys in the video that I've been wanting to play that for like years on the channel. And finally, when it comes there, I have this dumb frame rate problem, this dumb lag problem. Like, why can't things just work for once, you know? That's another reason why I've thought of upgrading. Because if this has to do with my PC, then yeah, we're gonna have to bump up the quality a little bit. Okay, glad I could get that off my shoulders. Strangest things, I'm gonna email Blackmagic Design about it. And if they're like, oh, it might have to do with your GPU or this and that, then yeah, upgrade is going to have to happen. All right, second thing I want to talk about. This might come to a shocker depending on how good the videos have done. I'm quitting Bendy in the Ink Machine, and I've already uninstalled the game, in fact, so there's no going back. Now you might be wondering, why? The reason why is because, I don't know if you guys know this, it's on my About Me page, but I am a full-fledged Christian, alright? I believe Jesus Christ died on the cross. Look, I understand if you don't and you want to see me play the game, right? But no, you just watch someone else, okay? I really thought about what the game symbolizes and what I really didn't realize based on my own feelings. To be honest, it goes against my beliefs. I feel like what blinded me from seeing how dark the game actually is and how it's about demons and the devil and all this stuff that I go against, you know? And I don't feel like I really want to kind of spread that around. I had a long thought about it because, I mean, I've been wanting to play the game for 5 years. So getting to this point where I can finally play it and then having to quit right after, it took days to make a final decision. It was really hard. But I made my decision. I've uninstalled the game and I'm not coming back because it goes against my beliefs. And I'm not really wanting to spread that around. And I feel like the main reason, I feel like it's my fault. And I don't want to really put the blame on me. I mean, it's a video game. I love video games. But I mean, I was like, why couldn't I see what the game was really about? It's like everything about the devil, everything about all this just like flew over my head. Like I was blind. I don't know. It's like I've never really had or played a game like that on the channel, especially that one of high quality like that one. And really the story, and it's really popular. I feel like my own curiosity in the wall of weird. I'm like Chloe Sullivan from Smallville. I'm always interested in the strange, the weird, you know. And I feel like my curiosity is so strong. Like I beat Curious George by miles, I'm telling you. I feel like my own excitement of playing a high quality new game that I've never played before, and it's being uploaded to the channel, and also my curiosity in what's Alice gonna tell us to do next, this, that, and just exploring the place, just interested in the weird. It hit all of my soft spots, and maybe that's what blinded me from seeing what the game is actually about. It's a bit of a stretch, but it's really all the evidence I have of why. And to be honest, I don't have a lot, but that's really all I could come up with. I've made mistakes, you know? Everybody makes mistakes, and we learn from our mistakes, right? Imagine, like, I usually think about this a lot, and I kind of imagine success and victory being at the top of a mountain, right? And you're at the bottom, and you're probably wondering, like, how are you gonna get up there, right? Well, you're gonna need supplies, food, water, a place to sleep, for Pete's sake. I mean, you're gonna need all this stuff, but where do you think it all comes from? It all comes from failure. Failure is like preparation for success. It's how you learn, and without failure, there's no way you can progress and grow, because everybody learns from their mistakes. It's one of the main reasons we learn is through failure. So now we are getting to the most important part of the video, and the main reason why I wanted to make this video is I'm taking a break. Now, a lot of you guys are probably wondering why I'm taking a break. Now, I feel like when I first thought about taking a break was around my 3 random games episode. I think it was exactly after I uploaded it. I was like, man, I should take a break because school is coming up. And I feel like managing the start of a school year and knowing all my teachers and knowing where everything is, you know, I feel like the stress of that could kind of be one-upped by the stress and constant thinking of what's my next video gonna be, what am I gonna upload, how am I gonna edit this, just any of those thoughts about YouTube that kind of overpower anything. I feel like it would just like create this ball of stress in my head, and it would constantly be rolling around, and I would just lose it. So that's the main reason why I'm taking a break, and I am getting a little tired of making videos. Not completely, but I'm not burnt out, right? I mean, I remember the first break I did, it was a 2-minute video, and I was just like, oh, videos are becoming stressful, peace, and then I just dipped. I was out. I had no real explanation of why I was taking a break. There was no real communication. If you are wondering, I am taking a break for 1 month. I just want to get started with the school year, and I don't want to have to constantly focus every weekend and constantly think about what's the next video going to be, new ideas, stuff like that. As again, I said, it would create the stress ball in my head and I would lose it. And I don't want that to happen. I feel like, I mean, to make YouTube videos, your mind has to be in check, right? And if my mind is not in check and I have to focus on school and all this other stuff and trying to manage a YouTube channel as well, I just don't feel like that's the best idea, and I might like go insane. That's one of the main things that actually brought me to my first break, because I was making videos while I was in school every single weekend, and that was tiring. It's what tired me out the most. It's what got me the most burnt out, and I feel like the main reason wasn't that videos became stressful to make. It was that I had to manage school as well. And it's just like near impossible, especially at my age, to be honest. I'm just saying 7th grade didn't go that well. So 7th grade was really interesting and it was a strange school year. And I'm just hoping that 8th grade isn't as weird. But the main reason why I'm taking a break is because I have to manage the start of a school year, and I don't want to have to manage a YouTube channel and constantly think about it, because doing this, sometimes when I think about it too much, it kind of clouds my head, and I can't think about really anything else. And it's one of the main reasons why 7th grade didn't really go so well, is because I definitely tried to manage my YouTube channel as I was doing school, and it really didn't go well. I mean, some videos would come out in like 3 weeks. Like, my upload schedule was like literally like once a month. Like, it wasn't good. It wasn't good at all. I feel like I want to put my main focus on the start of the school year and just managing everything and knowing where everything is. And then once I feel comfortable, I can start getting back into YouTube videos, because I don't want to start a school year and do YouTube like that. It's just really hard to do, because my only time is a weekend, and I think, based on my upload schedule, YouTube videos take a long time to make, especially with my type of editing. And I feel like just doing that every weekend will feel like almost like a chore rather than a hobby. With all this free time on school break, on summer break, I feel more comfortable. I feel like I can upload a video when I want to. But managing a YouTube video while in school, I feel like I have to do it every week, upload a video every week. Every weekend you have to get an upload out. You have to upload a video. I have to do something. And I'm like, it feels rather like a chore than a hobby. Like, almost feels like a job. And it's not, okay? I'm not monetized. It's not a job. I feel like I'm managing it and doing it too much, while I should really be focusing on something else. And that is the reason why I'm taking a break once school starts. Around a month into it, I think I should be good. I think it took me a full week to kind of understand where everything was and kind of know where my classrooms are and who my teachers are, this and that, But I don't know. I still want to go a month in. I feel like that's a good amount of time. Last time I was like 2 or 3 months, and that's because I needed more time to really focus on my school, because, well, I tried to manage making YouTube videos and doing school at the same time, and that didn't work. So I needed a lot of time to kind of recoup and kind of just like recalibrate my mind and just make sure that I can manage school, because as I said again, it's very strange, and it's one of the weirdest places I've ever been to. I feel like being a Christian and looking through everything, looking into school and looking into 7th grade and the kids of this generation, it's, I don't want to say heartbreaking, but it's definitely weird. Okay, those were all the things that I wanted to talk about. I've been thinking about upgrading to a new laptop. Weird things have been happening with Geometry Dash. I'm quitting Bendy and the I can never say Bendy and the Ink Machine. So that's everything I wanted to talk about. I've been thinking about upgrading to a higher quality laptop, stuff like that, for a reasonable price. I mean, there are laptops out there for like $10,000. Yeah. Weird things have been happening with Geometry Dash, stuff like that. I really hope that maybe upgrading will fix that. I don't know if it will. That's probably my biggest fear right now. And finally, I'm taking a break because of the start of the school year. I've already done this in the past where I've tried to manage my YouTube channel while doing school, and it really didn't work, especially in 7th grade. It just didn't work, so everything just became like just clouded on my head, and I felt like I didn't know where to go. And I was like, you know what, let me just take a break, let me just cut it off for a little while. And I wanted to do the same thing. I don't want to make the same mistake, because you learn from your mistakes, and I'm not doing the same thing again. I'm going to be taking a break at the start of the school year so I can manage everything, and then when I feel comfortable, I'll come back. I mean, breaks from anything really is a great way to keep your body and your mind healthy. You get to focus on your real life, you know? You get to kind of escape from this, like, psychosis, you know, just this, like, I don't want to say, like, it's almost like a cocoon. It's like you're wrapped up in, like, what you love to do, and you're doing it all the time, but then you're like, every now and then you're like, man, I wish I didn't have to do this all the time. I wish I could see the outside world, do this, you know? And that is the point in time where you take a break. Breaks and learning from your mistakes is a great way to learn and stay healthy. It's one of the main reasons why I love doing YouTube, is that I can take breaks. It's not a job. I don't have to do it all the time, you know? It's one of the main reasons why I love not being monetized, is that you can do it whenever you want, and you're not like, you don't feel obligated to do it because you make money. Okay, I feel like I'm rambling a lot. I've gone on for like 50 minutes right now, so I really need to end the video. But remember this, guys, throughout your entire life, everybody has to take breaks, even from the things that they love or like doing. So, to live your life to the best, you should also remember to live your real life. See you in 1 month.